Saturday, the 21st of May, local swell trackers, thanks for being here at SNN. Well, the South Pack, we're going to start doing a little hindcasting. You see a very zonal or west to east flow down under here. It just missed a little bit of the Tasman Sea. This guy's the source of our current southwest swell. They got up to 3 feet, inconsistent as Tasman Sea swells are. And, of course, Fiji here has about 300 islands, and then Samoa has a couple big islands and about 8 smaller ones, and it cheese grates the swells that make it way up. But I'll tell you what, Fiji's been cranking, and there's a lot more. It seems like the jet and the troughing is very focused here in the Tas region. Then we do also have some out here in the southeast sector, and I'll click in the animations now and show you what goes down. So quiet period, and then we have a little pulse right there, and then we get a pulse of Tasman Sea swell right there crossing. And all in all, it finishes up with a significant storm that's going to send 15, maybe 18-foot waves off to Fiji. Again, most of the stuff you see right here between Australia and New Zealand. This guy right here is going to be coming up about a week later. This is Friday the 20th, so you add up about 7 days onto that. We'll see 18 to 20-second foreigners late Thursday the 26th, and then the 27th. We'll see some, nearly 2-foot swell at 16 seconds from this culprit, and this is the guy that's going to bring some serious stuff off Fiji and Samoa. But that'll be the main swell event. Bringing the storm surf models current, there's the culprit right there. Again, it gets very close. Fiji Islands, the swells for them will be 15 feet open ocean swell at 16 seconds. Well, I'll tell you what, for us, if that was happening in the northwest during the winter, that would be a Jaws Waimea level swell of 25 feet. Fiji's not going to get quite that big, but it's going to get plenty big, and we'll keep you dialed in. Ramping up the animations, you can see a lot of storminess hovers around the area. The winds aren't real proper. And then we also have not only the Tas sources, but we get a sideband swell from this guy to the far southeast of French Polynesia here at Tahiti. And continuing on the animations, see that'll be sending plenty of waves up to Baja and the Americas. So again, running through one more time, there's nothing real significant for us, just a couple Tas sea swells of maybe 3 feet, and this guy maybe 3 feet over here. The time frame on those are going to be towards the end of the month and then into early June. Check the 5 and the premium members at Surf News Network get a 10-day forecast, as well as multiple views of all of our surf cameras. Thank you for your support as we give a percentage to Access Surf and Surfrider. You're not only helping SNN, but them as well. All right, the North Pack going back last week. These are the surface winds right here. We'll just start off. Had minor stuff. It's been mostly summery, and you can tell it's mostly high pressures. One off here to our northeast, and here's another one moving. And the good news is, though, we may see a slight little break here early June. Let me get to that. Okay, here's the current outlook. Again, a lot of blues up there. No more of those deep colors that we like. And they stick around. We get a little bit of storminess here forming Tuesday the 24th. The fetch, there's really not one point against. Then we get a slight fetch right there. And this one may bring us up with a northwest swell of 11 seconds to 2-foot surf on May 30th. And that's pretty much it from that guy. And that could be wishful thinking. Well, we'll see. But we're going to look at the global forecast system, the GFS models, because they go out a little bit further. Of course, if you go beyond 7 days, especially for the North Shore, you're really getting sketchy there. But we're going to go ahead and take a look, because the Wave Watch 3 is claiming, potentially a 4 or 5 foot swell around June 4th. Now, this is the guy that might bring us up to 2.5 feet from the northwest the last day of the month. And to Sunday the 29th, we see some storminess off here by North Japan and Kamchatka and the Kuril Islands. This is the feature that we need to be keeping a close eye on when we get about 7 days out to see if our probability for June 4th to wake up the North Shore will be a fantasy or reality. We'll go ahead and run through the surface winds again here. And this is these are current. And you can see, again, just a little bit of a spinner out there. Hopefully it'll bring us some waves. And the day 7, the 29th, you can see right over here that the models are hinting down under, looking at the surface winds that create the seas, that create the waves. A lot of this is spinning right over New Zealand until about 3 or 4 days out. Then we get that Tasman sea source. And then we go rather zonal, and then we try to get a little bit of southeast swell. There are some spinners clearly off here, as I pointed right there. to add into the southwest. So those combo peaks for spots like Diamond Head and Sandy's, etc., hope for something a little bit above 3 feet. And that whole scenario is at towards the end of the month. Taking a look at the hand-drawn surface charts, high pressure, a bit of a front that's going to stall out there. Isobars are extended far out to the east, about 900 miles beyond, so we do see a 8 to 9 second time period that allows even 1 second between an 8 and a 9 second can make a difference of slightly more refraction. So taking Makapu'u, for example, 1 to 2.5, which almost 3, to solid 3, maybe almost 4. And thanks to this high pressure here, and it's keeping the trade winds up as well. And this next high pressure coming into the picture to keep our trades with us, although they are expected to moderate on Monday. This is that little low that we're hoping to bring us the North Shore uprightable here for our surf schools at Chun's, June 30th. More high pressures moving into the area, which is average for the season. Okay, taking a look at the jet stream from storm surf. Well, it's all pretty much withering and dying out here above, but there is some troughiness. It's not all blue. Again, just mostly to our northeast, all the high pressures with some slight exceptions, a slight chance of swell. You see the trough coming out here late in the forecast. That's the one that hopefully will bring us up June 4th. Again, just mark your calendars, and we'll keep you dialed in at SNN's written forecast. Down under, northern branch very dominant, creating the Tasman Sea region to be active for this time of year. There's that sweeper coming up towards the equator for that southeast swell towards the end of the month. And there's actually some more southeast swell early June as well. So we'll be having combos from opposite directions from down under here, end of the month into early June. Jumping up to the upper regions, you can see the dry, sinking air, the brown regions, designating the high pressure dominating. Down here, all these clouds are the intertropical convergence zone where the trades from the South Pack meet the trades from the North Pack. They'll stay put. They do seem to be meandering up a little bit here to our southwest, but not to worry. And you can see some color here, and there are some showers. I'll show you that in a second. We'll begin to drill down and tell you highs about mid-80s, lows about mid-70s. And there's quite a bit of broken cloud patches moving east, mostly, drilling down. Lets you see that just a little bit more clearly. And here are the reflective loops, showing definitely more island rain and showers, especially windward and Mauka. But overall, the forecast philosophy it has not changed. It's a benign trade wind setup. That 1031 millibar high far northeast of the main Hawaiian Islands is driving the moderate to locally breezy trade winds across local waters. There is a steepened pressure gradient between the islands, allowing for these winds to continue through the weekend and dropping off Monday, as I said. The showers are favoring windward slopes through the period. Fluctuating shower coverage and intensity expected as pockets of moisture ride in with the trades into the islands. And some of them will push over to the leeward side as these reflective loops are showing here. And that's expected to continue into tomorrow, Sunday. And we'll finish off with the main swell source seasons. And these are the most powerful storms here in the Pacific. They're all down there in the Tas, right now hovering over the landmass of New Zealand, limiting the fetch. But that's okay. We've had plenty. And boy, this would be a great time to go to Fiji. As far as the North Pack, you can see that big sweeping, the pair of high pressures here and close together and just doing that big broad clockwise sweep. And we do see some source of southeast swell from several spinners far southeast of French Polynesia that'll come and go through the 7-day forecast period. And that's the local swell tracker. I'll be back next weekend right here. Thanks so much for watching. Aloha.